Rogue and Magneto's Savage Land romance explored in new X-Men series. Marvel's Rogue, the Savage Land returns to a fan-favorite era of Uncanny X-Men to spotlight a controversial romance featured in X-Men 97. In the X-Men From the Ashes era, Rogue is leading a New Orleans-based team of X-Men, but there was a time when Anna Marie found herself powerless and stranded in the prehistoric biome called the Savage Land. Marvel Comics is returning to that era in a new 5-issue miniseries from writer Tim Seeley, Venom War, Wolverine, Hack Slash Slash, and artist Zulema Lavina. Titled Rogue, The Savage Land, the new series is set during Chris Claremont and Jim Lee's run of Uncanny X-Men, which featured Rogue's Savage Land adventures in Uncanny X-Men 274-275. Those issues also introduced romantic tension between Rogue and the Master of Magnetism, Magneto, which will be further explored in Rogue, The Savage Land's 5 issues. Here's the official synopsis for the series, provided by a Marvel press release. The X-Man called Rogue has always been a survivor, but without her mutant powers, she'll need to prove it like never before. As the Savage Land turns towards war, Rogue will need all her skills to survive dinosaurs, mutates, and the Master of Magnetism himself. In these 5 issues, I get to utilize my love for 80s X-Men, Jim Lee, Chris Claremont, Zabu, scantily clad heroines, and heroes. And probably most importantly, dinosaurs, Seeley told Polygon, where the series announcement first appeared. Alongside my collaborator, Zulema Lavina, we're going to deliver something fresh, while honoring the impossibly sexy and epic classic tale of a young rogue, and 2 of the weirdest allies a girl from Mississippi could ask for, Magneto and Kazar. Rogue, The Savage Land will explore Rogue's controversial relationship with Magneto. Rogue's initial stint in the Savage Land came late in Claremont's 16-year run writing the X-Men. It was an era when the team was fractured even as it added some iconic new members like Gambit. Rogue's trip to the Savage Land with Magneto has long been one of the most fondly remembered arcs from that time. Some of that can be attributed to Lee's depiction of Rogue in her damaged and thus much more revealing X-Men costume throughout. It's also remembered for the unexpected flirtations between Rogue and Magneto. Various X-Men creators have revisited that relationship in Marvel's comics, most notably in the Age of Apocalypse alternate universe, where Rogue and Magneto are married with a child, and later in the main Marvel universe in Mike Carey and collaborators' X-Men Legacy run, but it became better. Known to a wider audience thanks to its inclusion in X-Men 97 Season 1, a fact not lost on X-Men 97 creator Bo DeMeo. Whether intentionally building off of the interest stirred up by the Disney Plus animated series or otherwise, Rogue, The Savage Land will offer those interested in learning more about Rogue and Magneto's history an opportunity to do so. Rogue, The Savage Land in the current X-Men landscape. Rogue, The Savage Land is the latest in an increasingly long line of Marvel miniseries throwing back to bygone eras of the Marvel Universe. The initiative began with the X-Men Legends Anthology series in 2021 before transitioning into multiple miniseries rather than one long ongoing and reaching well beyond the X-Men's corner of the Marvel Universe. As part of that initiative, Marvel brought Claremont back to write X-Men Legends 12, the Gambit miniseries, a revival of Extreme X-Men and the Wolverine, Madripoor Knights and Wolverine, deep-cut miniseries, which makes it curious that he isn't the one revisiting this fan-favorite arc from his original X-Men run. There are a few possible explanations, as he may have passed on the opportunity, though, based on what's known publicly, Claremont has rarely balked at the chance to revisit the merry Marvel mutants he helped define, or maybe he's busy with another as-of-yet unannounced series to follow them. Currently releasing Wolverine, Deep Cut, or maybe Marvel wanted a writer with a more modern style to handle a story that may attract X-Men 97 viewers. On social media, fans shared mixed reactions to the Rogue, the Savage Land announcement. Some are happy to revisit this relatively short-lived time in Rogue's history. Others feel it's demeaning that at a time when many of the X-Men's other prominent heroines are getting solo series as part of the X-Men, from the Ashes relaunch Phoenix Storm, Psylocke, and Magic, each have ongoing series, and Mystique has a miniseries. Rogue is given a miniseries that some see as a nostalgia play focusing on a time defined by her lack of clothing and romance with a more prominent male character. While these complaints are not without merit, it is worth noting that, as team leader, Rogue is essentially the de facto lead character of the X-Men, from the HC's relaunch of Uncanny X-Men, although she is still sharing time with the rest of the ensemble cast. Fans won't know if Rogue, the Savage Land, is worth the trip back in time until the series releases in 2025. Rogue, the Savage Land 1 goes on sale on January 15th, with a main cover by Kaya Ray Andrews and variants by Russell Dauterman and Nick Bradshaw, which can each be seen above.